in the broadcast booth with me, helping me. But it sounds like you're just criticizing me.
No, I'm camera shy, so I'll just criticize you.
You're not on camera, your just voice is on camera. Now, that is not doing what it's supposed to be. I'll be back. Well, I can't get. We checked the stream to see if it's actually. Where the hell's my iPad? All right, I guess I've been live this whole time. Everybody's been listening. I didn't know there was a live mic. I apologize for everybody that's been sitting by the cameras, but you get what you get if you stand by the camera. All right, well, we're in game 4. We're 2 losses, 1 win. We're pretty much out of this tournament, but we're here to play the Fort Wayne Force lower team. We should dominate this team, but we shall see. Who knows? The scoreboard camera has crapped out, so good luck with the picture-in-picture. I am empty-handed, no beer in hand. It's the afternoon, Saturday. I'm not sure if they deliver beers, but I got a minute 53 to go get one. So I'm gonna mute. You guys enjoy the warm-up. All right, I just made it back barely for the start of the game. We dropped the tuck. Force wins the draw. Looks like we got Poulter, Francis, and Hayes, which is Maddie. I was just told that I can't read. Well, early goal! Well, we are like 13 seconds into the game, and we are up 1-0, and Zaylen knocks Poulter over, and we're going to start over. We'll try it again. So, 1-0, 12:47 left in the first. I'm glad I made it back for that goal. Amazing. I actually am trying the Foggy Geezer. Name? Cassidy. Shout out to Cassidy for listening in. Got big 9 people watching right now. Poulter to Francis. Francis circles, swarming the net. Lots of white and green in front of the net. Looks like we go, Poulter gets a change. Puck goes down, gonna be an icing. No, called off. Shrube has a little bit of trouble with the puck, but gets it up to Santos. Santos up to Landon. Landon tries to get back to Santos. Santos into a green and white player behind the net. 7, having trouble skating. Excuse me for a little bit of lag there. Mamek across to Landon. Back to a green and white player. Lots of stuff going on. I apologize about the scoreboard camera. It shit the bed early. So, anyways, 11:43 left in the first period. 1-0. We're up by 1. Grayson still handling the puck well. Mamet gets hold of it. Carlson kind of dances around in front of Geneva, who's in net tonight, this evening, this afternoon, whatever. High shot by number 1 with the Fort Wayne Force Green team. It's been quite the afternoon. Everyone's been hanging out at the rink. Everybody's sick of this place, me especially. Looking forward to a hotel. Santos brings it in, passes it up to, I believe, well, that was Owen, and that'll be an icing. We'll get a reset, full line change, and, well, 6-7 was excited to get on the ice. I mean, what a celebration with 6-7. All the kids love the 6-7 these days. So we've got Axel, Ashton, I don't know. Is that, everybody's trying to help me, but nobody. Benji on defense, Simon. Benji kicks it across to Simon. Simon says, I'm not going in that deep into the zone. Holds the blue line. Kicks it into the Benji holds it in, but no, does not hold it in. Gets kicked back into the neutral zone. Bodies all over the place. Out to Zaylen, waiting in the mist. And that's going to be an offsides. I'm not sure who was offsides on that. Maybe it's just so many people skating around, giving everybody a chance, but I didn't see a red and black on the other side. So we're going to line up different lines once again. We're going to go with Canterbury, Grayson, Madeline Hayes, Nolan, and Zaylen. Completely different changeup of last game. Anyways, that gets kicked into the goalie. Goalie covers and says, I'm going to let them reset in front of me, because why keep the play alive? So we've got an offensive zone drop. Francis is going to take it. Francis is getting a little bit of a lesson on a, well, I mean, he is a defender on offense, running center. His mom told me before the game he's a bit confused on what to do in this situation, but he's used to playing defense. He's one of our top defenders. I don't know why I can't. Oh, high shot from Zaylen. Zalen had to sit out the last game. Evidently, he couldn't get dressed on time. So he got sat, benched last game. So he's ready to play, hopefully. Puck goes back behind the net. Green team has a little bit of trouble handling the puck, and like a blatant offsides by 5 on the green side. He's upset with himself. I don't blame him. But, I mean, when you see your teammates on the other side of the blue line, you got to hold the puck till they get back on sides. Anyways, back into the game. A little bit of action from the green side. Landon brings it in, gets ping-ponged around. Actually, not ping-pong, but well, now we've got a scrummage. Like, oh, we're going to use our heads. I should zoom in on this because it is a total mess. Looks like 11 comes away with it, comes into our zone, but we've got a 3-on-1. Carlson kind of loses an edge there. Got to be careful what I say about Carlson because his parents are right below me.
Right.
They're actually hot mic'd where you can probably hear them. I've been warned about critiquing players, but you know what? Nobody's safe. Santos takes a bit of a hip check there. No call. Owens brings it into the zone with 6-7 on his tail. Behind the net, 7 with the green team, but stopped at the point, shoved down. A little bit of fancy stick work. 6-7 tries to get hold of it to pass it into the slot. Unfortunately, a green player gets hold of it, brings it back into our defensive zone. Out to Finley, wide open, couldn't handle the pass. And it doesn't have enough to make an icing, so Finley is trying to handle it with Axel, with 6-7 sitting in the slot. 6-7 gives chase into the, I'm not sure why, but I am stuck here. I've got cables stuck, okay. Well, we've got somebody from Florida, Sandy Rouse. Welcome to the broadcast. From Florida, we're getting all the way around. We're whopping 5 viewers right now. That'll be an icing. We'll bring it back down. We'll get a defensive side set. We're going to end up with Nolan Trube, Grayson Francis, Benny Canterbury, Zalen, and I would imagine that Madeline Hayes is out there as well, unless we're on a penalty. Excuse me, scratched Madeline out of the line. Poulter is on this line now. So we've made a line change on the offensive side. We got Poulter, Grayson, Canterbury in place of Madeline. Not sure what that's going to do with the play here. I really can't see because Troy is blocking my view. It's okay. Grayson to Canterbury. Canterbury's breaking loose and offsides by Grayson. Grayson was a little bit excited about the breakaway with Canterbury, and I don't know if we're going to get a change. No, we're not going to get a change. We're going to keep what we got out there. We're going to continue the push into the zone. Poulter, Grayson, Canterbury on the forwards. Harmon and Trube on the defense. Gets kicked back to Trube. Trube says, you know what? We're going to kick it into the zone. Hopefully it doesn't go for an icing. It should have been an icing, actually, but nobody was paying attention to where the actual shot was taken from. Canterbury looks for the check. Waits till he's got to be 14U for that. Holds back. Canterbury brings it back in. Gets kicked back by a force player. Poulter kicks it into the corner. Canterbury's ready for it. Gets a backhand that gets deflected by 17 by the green team. And all sorts of green and white. Green and white player almost scored on their own goalie. Got kicked behind the net. Tries to get it out of the zone. Trube whiffs the shit out of that one. I mean, wow. Harmon, no. All right, we got it. Softness. This is Charmin soft hockey right here. All right. Green team. Canterbury comes away with it somehow. kicks it in deep into the zone, no icing, and we're gonna get a change. Full change, actually offensive change. I'm sure I'm gonna hear shit about this. Owen goes in, goalie gloves it, and we're gonna get the offensive zone draw. Mamek, Carlson, Owen, Santos, and I don't know who's on the near boards because I can't see through the glass, and I'm wearing fake glasses. All right, Carlson's skating backwards, Mamek's skating backwards. Back deep into the zone for an icing. You can look at Troy, might as well put a ref uniform on because he raised his hand knowing that it was an icing. Back down, arms crossed. I'm not sure how the forced parents are receiving me at this point, but I don't really care. This is their home rink, so they're on home turf. So welcome to Cincinnati, or Gary, Indiana, that is. Lots of black and red together in that little bunch there. It's 10U like. Puck gets knocked into the deep zone. Geneva is post to post. She's still awake. I was surprised. There's a lot of puck time in the offensive zone. She wakes up. She's holding the post, hugging it tight. Now Carlson up and for an icing to get that change. I believe that icing came from the bench for him to ice it, get a change. I don't know for sure, but from the look of it, he looked up, then swung for the fences. Let's see how many text messages I have from my wife. None. All right, we're doing fine. All right. Finley is with a breakaway, ready for the shot, back and goal! That gives us a 2-0 lead, 4-4-1 left in the first. Finley with a hell of a breakaway. Some 10U hockey at its best. No need to skate down and get in the slot for a pass because Finley's there, ready to roll. We'll take it. 2-0. We need a blowout here to even capture any chance of playing tomorrow, and we need the force to kill the Icehounds, I believe. I'm not sure, but it's sounding like we're going to have a hell of a hotel party with the parents tonight. Nolan brings it in, sets it up right into the sweet spot of the slot. 6-7 wasn't ready for the pass. Slides into the boards feet first. He's laid out still. I think the puck woke him up from that concussion he attempted to have. 6-7. Number one for the green team, green and white. Intercepted by Benji. Andre. Bit of a trip. It's okay, we're almost like we're in Detroit at this point. The refs are tired. No need to call anything, especially on us. 65 brings it in. Poke check by the forced goalie. Back into the neutral zone for a little bit of a reset. I'm not sure 6-7 wanted a reset. He brought it in without even thinking twice about it. So Zaylen brings it back. After sitting out last game, I think he's prepared to play. And a shot on Geneva. Geneva looked like she didn't see it coming at her, but she was able to block it, throw it wide. Axel kicks it out to the neutral zone and then falls down, gives the kid a bit of a love tap. Zaylen off the Madeline, and then Madeline's skate knocked it back in for an offsides. So we're gonna get a full change reset. Different lines. We're experimenting here mid-season. Well, I don't know if this is mid-season. We're on game 10. So we're experimenting with lines. Now we're at Poulter, Madeline, Francis. Looks like Canterbury got skipped in the line. That's fine. We'll see what he can do with another line. All right. All right. Well, that goalie misplayed that for sure by letting it, kicked it right out to Francis, to Madeline Hayes. Madeline Hayes, which is Maddie Hayes, or Madeline Hayes, whichever you want to go with. She's playing her heart out right now. Zaylen Kicks it back into the deep corner. Behind the net, Poulter misses the backhand. It's coming back towards Harmon. Harmon's skating backwards. Can't intercept. Nolan misses it. It's behind our net. We're going to reset. Hopefully get him out with some power. Up the boards. Green team gets hold of it. Poulter gives a slap. And then back into the defensive zone. Poulter puts his shoulder down, knocks down one of the green teams from behind. No call, luckily. All right, we're playing in the neutral zone. Matty Hayes with a breakaway, and the goalie gives a poke check. A hell of a time to give a poke check. And oh, wow, Grayson Francis from downtown. Over the net, but past the honey hole. We'll give chase, still behind the net. Grayson's still full of energy. Poulter in there. Nobody in the slot. And oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Zaylen wound up, gave it his all, straight to the goalie. Then True gives it his shot. We're going to get a full change in the offensive zone. Let's check the phone to see if I've been yelled at by my wife yet. No. We're still good. She's driving. Actually, she's waiting for the game too. I'm getting looks from parents. My bad. No, we're good. All right. All right, Mamek out to Carlson. Carlson passes it up to Santos. Santos brings it in the zone, takes out a kid, no call. No call should have been called. Up into the slot. Wide open, ready for it was Owen Whitehead, but was not able to handle the puck. A little bit of a trip there, but that's okay. Santos in the corner. We're still giving this broadcast everything to Cassidy. Mamek. Watching from Toronto. Holy crap, this is international. All right. Well, Carlson gives chase back into the defensive zone. Green team really, what? Wow, I'm not sure what happened there. Carlson kind of gave it up. Now he's getting a little bit of, it's getting smashy out there. Anyhow, let's get back on camera, back in view. Santos with the puck. Intercepted by 11. 11 gives a shot. 7's getting a lot of plays behind the puck, and we're going to have a penalty roughing on someone. All right, we'll see what the call is. The refs are getting together to discuss, and they're going to say somebody did something bad. Somebody's going to the naughty box, but it looks like both. I may have to pull out my rule books. Those are. All right, we're going to talk about it with the force coaches. Well, I'm going to have to pull out the broadcast manual to see what the double arms on the hips means. Luckily, I did print that. Maybe. All right, well. Looks like we are on the power play, minute 30, 12.9 seconds left in the first. We're up 2-0, and we're going to continue on. Hands on hip, still looking. Backhanded shot, and that's a misconduct call. Oh, 34 with a hell of a shot, Finley wide. We're going to go into the second period on the power play, minute 18 left. Yeah, that was a misconduct according to my sheet. Luckily, I printed that out. So, according to here, misconduct.
Cassie.
What?
Cassie.
What'd she say?
She thought you said Cassidy.
I've been drinking. I give the shout outs as best I can. Look,
She thinks you're hilarious.
I know I am hilarious. I mean, when I get looks from the parents who are like, I'm like, oh shit. Anyways, Live Barn is a paid service. This is a free service, so you're welcome to pay for your live streaming services at this point. My wife has already switched to live stream. I have not received a text message. I am still gold, evident. Oh, hold on. Nope, that's from my broadcast team. They are still upset that I was not in Columbus today. Anyhow, we're going to start the second period on the P power play. 73, Francis and Madeline. So we switched the lines again. Trube, Zaylen. Canterbury's got it on the line. I'm surprised Madeline wasn't offsides on that, but that's fine. We'll take it. Madeline gets offside just in time. Francis brings it in, goes for the shot. Blocker saved by the green and white goalie. Canterbury's in the Francis, and white and green goes for the icing. Should go for icing. We'll start over. Hopefully Geneva, they gave her a little bit of coffee. She has been sitting down there, not seeing a lot of action. Hopefully her feet are not getting cold. She's still moving around nicely. 36 seconds left on the power play. 12:18 left in the second. 5 on 4. Let's capitalize. We did get a change, I believe. We've got Santos, Whitehead, and Landon on offense. Carlson and Mamek out on D at the point. Carlson goes in. Long shot. Blocked by Santos, into the slot, deflected out. Carlson once again brings it back in behind the net, deep into the corner. Landon out to Whitehead, swallowed up by the goalie. He looks like he was going to wipe his butt with that because he was scared it went through the 5-hole, but saved. Tell me that's not what it looked like. It's exactly what it looked like. He went for a wipe. It was a late wipe. It was like when he had a little bit of marker left. Just that little marker spot. You got to go for one more. All right. Starting off, Simon with the slapper, clapper, hits a bunch of white and green. White and green's in the way. Back into the corner. 6-7. Back out to Simon. Simon's ready for it at the blue line. Kicks it back in deep. Up to Finley. Axel blocks it with his leg. Finley with the backhand. Simon comes in with a big slapper clapper. Blocked by white and green. 6-7. Cross deflected by Finley, but not in. Cross. Benji keeps it in. 6-7. Penalty's been killed by the green and white team. Up 2-0. Benji keeps it in. 6-7 takes it into our zone. Lots of green and white bodies, but we're not. Well, here we go. A little bit of offensive. Oh, they lost the puck right at the blue line. Benji loses it and falls down. And bodies laying everywhere. Shot. Geneva sees it, gets back in, off the post, wide. Lots of offensive pressure. They're slapping the sticks on the ice like somebody's going to do something. Looks like Canterbury's been brought in on this line as a filler between line changes. 5, Canterbury gets hold of it. We're out of breakaway right now. Finley to Canterbury. Canterbury can't turn wide off the post. Luckily the goalie, well, unluckily for us, the goalie for the green and white team was hugging that post tight. Like he just seen his grandma after a long, long time. I'm not sure what that was by Axel. He tried to tip the puck with the end of his stick. Looking for glory. Back and forth. And that's a goal. As a backhanded goal, we're going to go up 3-0, 9:34 left in the game. So we're going to go up with Poulter, Canterbury, Axel, Nolan, and Francis. I believe we're all on the ice for that goal. So we're going to get a change here on defense. We're going to go to back to the Carlson-Mammoth line. We got Francis. Okay, we're starting on with Canterbury, Francis, Poulter. So we've completely changed the lines once again. We're going back to the second period of the last game. Poulter gets slammed by the number 1 by the green team. Canterbury's got a trip. No trip call. It's interference. Plain as day on that. Francis is looking at the slot. Nobody there except for Canterbury, who's just hanging out with the goalie. Mammoth into Canterbury. Canterbury tries to backhand and get hold of control and into the goalie. And there's a goal. I'm not sure how that went. That's a 4-0. I believe it went Canterbury, Poulter, Francis. All 3 forwards were all in position, swarming the goalie. So I don't know who will get scored for the assist and the goal. I can guarantee it wasn't my kid with the goal on that. He was definitely on the assist, the first part of it. All 3 forwards working great together. All right, well, we're gonna start once again with a new fresh set of legs. Second period, 9:02, 4-0. Whitehead, Santos, and Landon near the boards. Simon kicks it in deep. Forwards are a little slow to retrieve the deep draw. Now they're in there. A little bit of, wow, I'm not even on camera. That's my bad there. Goalie was not ready for that shot that got to the back of his leg. Lots of time in the offensive zone, which we're fine with. We'll get that confidence up. Out to Benji. Benji couldn't get hold of it, missed the puck. Luckily, Simon is there to recover, turns, looks up ice, gets it to Santos. Santos keeps it in. Whitehead's got it now. Across, backhand, slow cover, not be able to be handled by the goalie from the green and white team. Trying to get it out of their zone. Now we've got a breakaway, but we have some speed on the ice with the soccer player. Yes, I said the soccer may have done something. Ref gets taken out. Full-blown check by Whitehead. Got to be proud of that check. Takes out the stripes. Oh, we've got some force-on-force action here. There's a trip. Now we've got a breakaway. Looks like 6-7. 6-7. Looks for glory. Misses off the goalie's pad. Out to 7. Past Santos. Looks like Simon missed it. Nolan's one-handing it, coming through a lot of traffic. Loses the puck. Simon's got hold of it. Big slap shot, and we've got a penalty coming. We're going to go on the PK. I'm not sure what the call is because there was a lot of action right there. We'll see what the ref says. And they're going to call it a tripping. So evidently we tripped somebody, and I don't know who's in the box.
Simon.
Simon's in the box. Simon says. Oh, Finley's grandparents are watching from Toronto. That's what I got on my screen. All right, well, we're on a 5-on-4 penalty kill, but we're okay with that. We've got one of our lines on. We got Axel, True, 6-7, and Zaylen back playing deep. Axel plays the puck. 96 from the green and white team, but he's wearing green and gray. Must have forgot his jersey at home. He lives close enough probably that he could have went home and got it because it's a home team. Out into the neutral zone. Looks like Axel gets hold of it. Fancy stick work. Fancy stick work. Goes for the shot, goes for glory. Off of the shoulder of the goalie into the corner. I have got some, yes, I'm getting some notifications on my watch, so I must have done something wrong. It's okay. Green team's on the power play. Zaylen gets hold of it in the corner, kicks it up the wall, far wall. Green team kicks it back in. Axel's on top of it. Green team once again, and Geneva's not able to cover, and we've got a stoppage in play and a full-blown fight going on, and somebody's gonna go to the sin bin. Looks like 13 took exception to something, so now we're gonna go on a 5-on-3 situation. Actually, we're gonna go on a 5-on-4. 18 and 13 decide they wanna hug it out. So, I believe it's gonna be a 5, are they gonna be, oh, they got a roughing. So I don't know if they're offsetting calls. Still waiting for the scoreboard to set, see what's going on. We were on the penalty kill with 17 seconds left on 65's penalty. Looks like they're just gonna offset it. So we're gonna go 5-on-4, I believe. Yes, 5-on-4. It's a bit of a check there. Carlson moves up, looks for the shot, hits a white and green player. I can't see what's going on in the corner. That's fine. Carlson with the shot, deflected down to Poulter. Deflects out to the... out into the neutral zone. Poulter and a bunch of green and white players are all together. I'm not sure why that wasn't offsides. The refs just said, screw it, let them play. Madeline Hayes brings it out of the zone. She's ready to score some goals. Looks across for Poulter, gets kicked off of a green and white player's skate. Green and white player actually puts it into our slot for us. Gets kicked away. Poulter, Madeline looks for help. We're off the penalty kill. Even strength. We'll wait for a whistle to get our players back on that were pulled off. Axel and the, well, we don't care about the other team's player that's in the box. All right, well, Benji kicks it back across, near boards. Grayson giving him the business against the wall. Green team, lots of defense in the zone, ready to go. Francis to Madeline. Madeline's got hold of it. She's looking across. She's still looking across. Crosses it over to Poulter. Poulter was not ready. Wide shot. If only it was a second earlier. He was looking like he was ready for it a second earlier. All right, so we got a breakaway, 10U hockey style. That way wide blocker saved by Geneva into the corner. We're able to catch up to the play. Santos and an offsides. We'll get a reset here. 3:45 left in the second. I'm halfway through this Foggy Geezer beer. It's a stiff one. I'm trying to finish it off, but it's a heavy. It's not a Bud Light. Let's check the comment section. All right. Looks like we won but lost that draw. Green and white team brings it in. Shot, covered and held on to by Geneva Markwell. Throws her hands up like, hey, I got this. Looks like the heat meter on the camera is getting about halfway. Hopefully we can finish out the game. I'm not sure why it's overheating. It's a 4-0 score for anyone watching at home. 3:33 left in the second. Back into the neutral zone. Santos with a backhand right into the goalie was trying to keep the play alive, but the refs are quick on the whistle here in Gary, Indiana. So we'll get an offensive draw. Axel's out of the box. Carlson looks for the Looks to make the shot, but tries to skate it across. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. Anyways, loses the puck. Mammock's all by himself. Geneva Markwell with the blocker save once again. That blocker should be mounted and saved for later. That thing is on fire. Gets it out 6-7, kicks it down. It's not going to be enough for icing, even though the VAR ref says so. Into the slot, tripped up is Axel. 6-7 goes wide. 6-7 gets blocked by the goalie. Puck still loose. Lots of action in front of the box. Carlson's not ready for the puck on the backhand. Still loose. Back into the corner, out to the point. Mamek kicks it back into the corners. Back to Mamek, into the zone. Still behind the net. Looks like we're going to try to get somewhat of a change, as a slow change here. We're going to bring Madeline Hayes onto the ice since she's been the workhorse lately. Axel does some fancy backs. Oh, there we go, 73. So that goes 13-7-3, and we are up. Wrong side of the scoreboard, scorekeeper. That's a 5-0 game, not a 5-1, 4-1 game. Thank you, sir. So we go up 5-0, second period, 2 minutes left in the second. Everybody's got a, actually that was my kid with that goal. I think I owe him $5. That's what I get for calling out $5 goals. Madeline, Francis, Canterbury, Simon. Wow, we've got Simon out with Canterbury. I did not see this play today. This is good. Cross into the slot. All three of our players are hanging out behind the net. Simon with the slap shot. What? 6-0. We go up. That was a laser from the point. Absolute laser shot. All right, we go up 6-0, 1:37 left in the second. We should have a running clock once the third period starts. I believe we need to just keep the pedal down. We need to get as many points as possible, but I don't think it actually matters once we're up. I'm not sure about these tournament rules. Landon taps it up the wall. Owen Whitehead brings it in to Santos, who gives chase. No pressure, which is surprising in their zone. To the slot, to Owen, not ready for the puck, but tips it wide. Landon doing some fancy stick work between his hands. High shot goes up in the air, blocked by a green and white player. Trubes on the... All right, we have a break. So one takes a shot very wide. Geneva just points at it and says that's wide. There's a check. We're going to get a call. We still got to call Geneva. Geneva. All right, they're not going to pull the goalie when we got a pending penalty. We have not got to that point in our development. Some of these kids are just first year 12U. Not sure why. But anyways, that was definitely a roughing call. We're going to go on the PK once again. Number 5. The force players are not happy with their local refs. They'll take it up with the union later. So we're going to go on the power play. Holding off, get an explanation, I think. I'm not sure. They are going to get a change. Hold on, why are we at 5 on? I'm not sure what's going on. That should be, why are we 5 on 5? No, that's 4 on 5. Excuse me, I was counting the goalie. That's the Foggy Geezer talking. 35 seconds left in the second. Minute 20 left on the power play. Looks like we got 6-7, covered by the goalie. Axel, Payne, Carlson, Mamek, and Finley on the power play unit for this. Out to the point, Mamek's ready for it. Shoots, deflected wide. Out to the goalie. Lots of skirmish. Everybody's getting knocked down. And that's going to be a late stoppage. That is going to be a late stoppage from the timekeeper because the whistle came way before that. It looks like we still have... Looks like Finley's still trying to recover from that. He's still hanging out by the goal. All right, 6-0. Are you going to help me now?
I just don't want to get hit with a soccer ball.
Well, that's probably a good idea. Well, we got some...
Mark.
He way back. All right. Well, Sydney joined me. I have 4 microphones. For anybody that wants to join this, I should mic up the Carlson family. Where's your daughter at?
Oh, that would be entertaining.
Is she here? I thought I saw her.
They're running around.
We should just mic them up and let them run.
Yes.
Yes. All of a sudden, you get a bunch of cuss words from a 7-year-old. It's like, hell yeah. All right. Well, we got people watching from Mason, Toronto, everywhere. All right, it looks like we're going with the Benny Poulter Francis line with, is that Benji and Simon? It's a weird line, it's a new one. We're trying all sorts of stuff, an experimental point when we're up 6-0. Canterbury into the corner, number 10 for the green and white team. We're still on the power play, 24 seconds left. Benji goes deep, gets hold of it, kicks it along the wall, backhands it up to 73. Canterbury looks for a pass, passes it up to Grayson. Grayson wasn't ready for it. We're gonna get an offsides, but that's an, hold on, what is that called when we put it offside? That's a...
We'll say intentional.
Intentional offsiding. So we're gonna get a change. Looks like Luke is having the time of his life in the penalty box. I mean, I wish you guys could have seen what I just saw. The kid is having a good time. There he goes, there he goes. All right, we got it. He's fired up. We're ready for the win, 6-0. Third period, 10 seconds left on the power play. Force parents are not happy with their local referees, but hey, we'll take it, because our referees do us no favors as well. I'm not sure. Oh, we've got a goalie malfunction down here. It's kind of like a wardrobe. It's,
We got some dancing on the other end.
we have dancing, but so we have a goalie malfunction, which is kind of like a wardrobe malfunction without nudity, and no FCC. I was told I was going to get fined by the FCC for my YouTube channel. I didn't know I was going to be restricted. I said it wasn't for kids. All right, we're back in play. 6-0, 4 seconds. Looks like the kill's about over for the Force team.
Just chilling by myself.
5 comes out of the box. Owen couldn't handle it. Gets it. Wow, number 1 for the green and white team goes face first into the glass in the corner. Looking for a check. Zaylen slays that puck into something. Lots of traffic in front of the net. Goalie for the Force, hungry hippos it and gets the cover. You have no idea how bad I have to go to the restroom right now. The foggy geezer is talking. If that doesn't get my wife to text me, I don't know what will. And Becca Biller shows up. She's hesitant to help me out on this broadcast. There is no one. We got a goal. I missed it. So we're up 7-0. She wants to help, but she's scared. She's like, I don't want to be on camera. And I'm like, you don't have to be on camera. You'll be behind the camera with me. All right, well, we're starting out 7-0, 11:15 left in the game. We're going to have a running clock, I believe. Looks like 6-7 Payne takes it in, offsides, but no call. Behind the net, 13, 19. 19 once again. into 34. 34 kicks it back behind him. Back out to Carlson. Carlson brings it back in. Carlson's had a lot of puck time today. In. Not quite. He did lost the puck there for a second. Just keep it in the zone. Carlson once again. The kid is a completely different player on defense. 13 sees glory but goes a hair wide. 34, 6-7 with the puck out of the corner into the slot. Lots of black and red in the slot, but nobody was able to get hold of it. 13 handles the puck before it can even get to the blue line. Finley looks wide, 6-7, off the goalie's pads into the corner. Got to give credit to the goalie there for saving that one. That's going to be a slow roller, but that's going to be an icing, and we're going to start with an offensive draw with a new set of legs. Benji and Madeline, Poulter, Grayson, and this is a whole new line here. We're really experimenting here. 6-5 to Simon. Simon kicks it in, backhands it into the corner. Madeline gives chase. Poulter backhands it. Madeline Hayes to the slot. Nobody home. Grayson. Poulter giving chase into the corner. Not his normal self. I expected a check right there, but I guess he's been talked to by the coaches enough that he doesn't give the check. So we have a penalty coming on us. So we're going to go on the PK with a tripping call, I believe. Yes. So Benji Andre goes into the box. Tripping call. Gets to hang out with Ben Miller for a little while. Nobody complains about hanging out with Ben Miller. Excuse me, Luke Miller or Ben. Either one. They're brothers. I know both of them. Both good kids, good family. And I'm not just saying that because the mom's listening. They are good people. Grayson gets hold of it, 4 on 5. Grayson doesn't give a shit. Shoots to the goalie. Poulter's still out there on the penalty kill. That was a check from behind, full blown. Now we're gonna get a squabble. And then Poulter's going to get it fired up, but for good reason. That was a check from behind that was not called. Come on, refs. This is a 12U game, not a 14U game. Poulter looks like he's heading for the box. Both of them are going to go to the box. We're going to get a timeout or a technical. I'm not sure. What's this? Well,
Refer to the book.
I need to refer to the book. All right, that's not that, that's not that, it's not that. All right. Explaining it to Markwell. Markwell's like, I'm getting crowded out in this box. Luke's gonna have to find a new home. I'm not sure what's going on here. There's actually a call checking from behind but that was not what the call was. Still don't see it in the books here. Looked like he was calling for a timeout. And I think that's a 10-2.
Talk to you later.
I believe that's, yes. Timeout, unsportsmanlike conduct. That is the call on Poulter. So I believe we're probably going on a 10-2. They are going to throw Madeline in the, no. You can't put her in the box. That's a workhorse. They're trying to figure out who's going to serve the second penalty here. We got a full box in the sin. Holy smokes. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Like Luke's gonna have to come out of there. So we got we have a goalie and another player on the white side. We got a 110 penalty that was already existing on number 9. Poulter gets a minute 30, and I believe there's somebody else in there as well. They're taking their helmets off and going to stay a while. So we'll see how this goes. It looks like it's gonna be a 5-on-3 or a 4-on-3. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So it's gonna be a 5-on-3 situation. The penalty on the green and red team was not called. Geneva's probably not happy about this. She's looking for the no-no. I know we don't talk about the no-no, but with 2 penalties, we'll be lucky to get out of this one alive. And I am zoomed in. I apologize. I will zoom back out on the camera. All right, we've got Madeline, Hayes, Mamick, Carlson handling this PK. Gets kicked back into the zone. Carlson's been having a hell of a game today, so it's no surprise he's on the PK. Mamick as well. Madeline as well, always being a workhorse. Kicks back in by the green player. Lots of green and white bodies, not a lot of shots. Wide shot, Madeline handles that. Well, I don't know if 10's a girl or a boy, but they got long hair. 13 seconds on the kill for the first penalty we had. Turn, wide shot. Geneva covers, and we're gonna get a change. We're lucky to get out of that situation. We get with 5 seconds left. We are not out of it yet. We are. I'm gonna mic you up. If you want to talk, you're gonna have a mic.
You're crazy.
All right.
This is not letting you spell nonsense. We're not out of it.
I get slapped every time I say something stupid. Looks like Simon gets it out. We get 1 kill done. Benji comes out of the box. We're replaced by, I believe that's Zaylen is on the ice. Owen's it, and Santos in the slot waiting for something. I'm not sure what Zaylen's doing. He's playing offense and defense at this point. We're still on the PK, and we got to remember so. And Owen goes for a body check mid-ice, doesn't get a call, thank God. We don't need any more damage done at this point. Zaylen gets wrapped up with one of the players and knocks him down. Force players want to call, but 11 gives a check to Santos in the corner. Green and white kicks it out. We are off the PK. We're even ice and a whistle. Everybody will be cleared out of the boxes at this point with the whistle. So all of the naughty players we have are now back out. We're still looks like somebody's in our box getting a talking to by Markwell. I'm not sure why we haven't released them from prison. He's given them a sit down, shut up point. I read his lips from here. Trust me, I saw it. Well, we are in a situation here where we're 7-0, 6:34 left in the third. We're on a 4-on-5. I believe we should be at full strength. There's no penalties on the board.
We got 2 dancers.
And they're gonna let one out, like I said. Evidently I was paying attention and no one else was. Surprise, surprise. And it looks like Finley is gonna be free from jail. All right, even strength, 5-on-5. Let's get this done. Should be a running clock, but has not been a running clock. Clock guys must be a local guy wanting to force to make a comeback 7-0. Not gonna happen with the Cyclones. On the, Axel gets chase out to 34, misses the puck going around. Nolan misplays it. Madeline out to Finley. Finley to 6-7. 6-7 looking for another glorious goal. Bad angle. Kicks it out. Out to Sasquatch. Sasquatch passes into 13. 13 sees glory off of number 1 for the green teams. Off to Sasquatch. Benji Andre misreads the pass. Comes out of the zone while the puck stays in. Quickly regains back into the zone. Out to the slot. 6-7 not ready for the pass. Turns 6-7 to 13 with the tip into the goalie. Loose puck. past Sasquatch, no icing. Sasquatch recovers 4-4 out, align the close boards. '18 brings it in. 5:05 left in the period, 7-0. Geneva says, I'm done with this line. Let's get something fresh out there. And we'll reset. Looks like we're gonna go with Madeline, Francis, Mamet, Canterbury, and Carlson. This is the line that was successful this morning. I'm glad they went back to this. Madeline, Hayes looks for Francis. Francis wide open, gets control. Woo! 8-0. Francis, what? That's called fucking teamwork. That's what it is. It's exactly what it is. Work together, you score goals. I'll be taking that fine from the SEC.
Set her up in the first game. She just returned the favor.
Exactly, that was a setup. Leaving the same line out there because why not? They're on fire. Madeline's got to get back on side, brings it in, just a hair late. I guarantee that the bench is looking at a change. They don't want to do it, and they're going to do it. So, well, they're going to leave the offense out there, but they're going to change up the defense. I'm surprised at this move because that line is excellent together. The Carlson, Mamet, Canterbury, Madeline, Francis line has been on fire today. I would leave that line the same rest of the season. They work well together. Francis looks wide. Canterbury goes behind the net, looks at the slot, and the goalie covers. They're going to try to push Canterbury out of the way. Canterbury just stands tall and says, yeah, I'm bigger than you, and you're smaller than me.
Do you want a microphone? No. Can I?
All right, the Carlson girls are being offered microphones unsolicited. I was just kidding. I do not know if the listeners, my full 10 listeners at home, are ready for Carlson girls to have microphones running free in Gary, Indiana. Benji gets hold of it, looks for, I'm not sure what that shot was, kind of half-wittingly threw it into the slot, nobody home. They're gonna get a slow icing, and now I have two girls looking at me looking for microphones. All right, so listen girls, these microphones are only good for about 500 feet, so stay upstairs. You ready? Please keep it cleaner than me.
Well, that's not difficult.
That's not difficult. Who's this girl? Are you on our team? All right, come here. All right,
I'm Axel's brother.
Oh, you're Axel's sister, not brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, we got the Carlson girls plus Axel's sister are all mic'd up, so whatever they say, I'm not responsible for. You can probably hear them in the background talking.
Hi.
All right, we got 4 microphones live feeding from here, one of them being me. All right, we're up 8-0, 2:04 left in the third. I'm hearing fart sounds I'm okay with. We get a, all right, what's the crossbody? Check the rule books. We're gonna go another, looks like we're going on the power play with 1:57. So we'll have 27 seconds in the game that is not power play. And I believe that call, body checking.
That's so fluffy.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the guide. Body checking on the force. So we'll go on a 5-on-4 power play for the next minute 30.
It's going to be on TV. I promise it's going to be
True.
hair and boogers together. Me, I like milk and boogers.
Zaylin, Owen Santos,
Mixed together.
and Landon start off the power play up 8-0.
I like eyeballs and eyebrows.
Whitehead backhands out into the zone. Santos recovers, looks across, and that is very close to offsides, but Landon is in. Santos gets swallowed up by green and white players. Sasquatch keeps it
This is
in.
Elena here.
I think so. Let's
Saved by the
go ask
forced
Rink.
goalie.
Wait,
And what late shot from behind. Why are you doing that? The ref is asking what in the world was that about? There's a cross check to the back, not really hard, but enough for the ref to say, what's going on?
Well, I think Mr. Andrew has like 5 viewers, so yeah.
I do not have 5 beers.
Viewers.
Oh, no, we're up to 10. We're up to 11 now. You got 11 viewers.
Is this gonna be on
I
TV?
thought you said I was up to 5 beers. I'm like, no, I'm not.
We're super fun, everyone. Like and subscribe.
All right.
So like and
With 41 seconds left, we
then we're
score
gonna be
again.
dyeing our hair
9-0.
pink,
We're
so
very
let's
late to stop the
before
clock.
we do it.
So we complete the power play and capitalize on it. 9-0. I don't know if this is considered a full-blown blowout that will help us get to the next level. I guess it depends on the first Icehouse game that has happened or has not happened. I don't have the schedule. Someone check it. I'm
I see
getting
the
looks
wall.
Like,
I see the exit sign.
yeah, I don't know if we're still in it or not. We may play tomorrow, we may not.
You make a tissue dance.
I guarantee if you get drunk at the hotel, we're going to play tomorrow. There's another goal, so we go up 10 double digits. I'm not even sure who got that one. It looks like, I guess that was on Axel, 6-7, and Finley, and Simon.
Welcome to a late night show.
It may have. You may have went too far. Yeah, this one. Not sure what happened.
Welcome to the
6-7,
show.
and off the goalie's leg. We're about done. So
6-7,
we'll just
wanna
put this
go
one
to
up.
heaven.
And that's game 10-0.
Let me see.
The big win.
Wait, can I see that? Wait, 1 second.
Lots of goals scored. I think
6-7, 41.
Everybody's waving.
We
to the
are
crowd.
awesome.
It's almost like a
We are
parade
awesome.
where
We are
they look
awesome.
like
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
throw
yeah.
Confetti.
7-11.
We're going through the handshake line.
6-7.
I'm not sure if we play again. If we do, there'll be a live stream. If not,
6-7.
well, that's the end of the live streams for me, for this team, for a while. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. 11 people
41.
listening. Thank you for the stream, Sandy Rouse. Way to go, Cyclones. James' sister's been my #1 fan, evidently. And I'm her #1 fan whenever I'm taking photos. She is the most photogenic player I have photoed this season when she plays for the girls Cyclones. Absolutely love watching the girls play. All right, well, we're going to end this broadcast. Thank you for joining.
We need to give it back to her.